The Lady Ashbourne Chronicles, Episode 12, in which Lady Aurelia Montgomery has excellent bone structure, and I am completely fine with that.
Pink everywhere.
Scene 1. Margot's temporary office. Morning.
The steward's quarters are perfectly adequate. Drafty, yes. Freezing, certainly. But adequate. The fact that I spent the entire night listening for footsteps that never came is irrelevant. The fact that I've reorganized these invoices 17 times since dawn is merely thorough.
Lady Ashbourne, Lady Aurelia Montgomery has arrived for tea with Lord Thorncroft.
How delightful. I wasn't aware we were expecting...
His lordship arranged it this morning. Said something about exploring practical suggestions. Shall I have tea sent to the blue parlour?
Practical suggestions. My own words thrown back at me like weapons. Yes, the blue parlour will be perfect. I'll just continue with the accounts.
His lordship specifically requested your presence, said your expertise would be invaluable in discussing the estate's future.
Did he indeed?
Lady Margot approached the blue parlour calmly, determined to be exceedingly polite.
Oh, Lord Thorncroft, you are too amusing.
Too amusing. He's too amusing. Since when is discussing dry rot amusing? Since when does he make jokes with strange women in parlours?
Taking a deep breath, she opened the door and walked into the blue parlour.
Ah, Lady Ashbourne, how good of you to join us. May I present Lady Aurelia Montgomery.
Dear God, she really does have excellent bone structure. Cheekbones that could cut glass, perfect posture, skin like porcelain. I hate her, immediately and irrationally.
Lady Ashbourne, such a pleasure. Percy has told me so much about your work here.
Percy. Since when is he Percy to her? All good things, I hope.
I was just telling Lady Aurelia about your innovative approaches to estate management, your practical solutions.
How fascinating. And what brings you to Raventhorn Hall, Lady Aurelia?
Oh, Lord Thorncroft invited me to see the estate. I do so admire a man who takes pride in his heritage. The bones of this place are simply magnificent.
The bones. She's talking about my house's bones, the bones I've been documenting for weeks. Yes, the bones are quite sturdy.
Lady Aurelia was just expressing interest in the restoration work.
Though I confess, I don't understand half of it. All this talk of load-bearing things and structural whatnots. I'm afraid I'm more interested in the decorative aspects. Perhaps we could discuss colour schemes.
Colour schemes? Colour schemes? Of course. What did you have in mind?
I was thinking pink. Pink everywhere. It's so feminine, don't you think? And perhaps some lovely cherub motifs.
She wants to paint my carefully restored Georgian authenticity. Pink. Pink. How bold.
Lady Ashbourne has quite strong opinions about historical accuracy and restoration.
Oh, but surely comfort and modern sensibilities matter more than dusty old history. I always say, if our ancestors wanted their choices preserved, they should have chosen better.
I'm going to murder him. Slowly. With his own mahogany piano.
Lady Aurelia, allow me to show you the rest of the house. I'd love to hear all about your ideas for redecorating.
And this hallway is so dark. We could add some lovely gilt mirrors. Oh, and that ceiling. Surely it doesn't need to be so high. It's quite intimidating.
That's a barrel-vaulted ceiling from 1743. It's architectural significant.
If you say so. Percy, darling, couldn't we just lower it a touch?
What do you think, Lady Ashbourne? Should we lower the ceilings?
This is torture. Deliberate, calculated torture that would compromise the structural integrity of the entire wing and destroy 200 years of architectural heritage. But certainly, if Lady Aurelia prefers coziness to historical significance...
Oh, I do. Coziness is so important in a home, don't you think? All this grandeur is rather overwhelming.
Speaking of overwhelming, Lady Aurelia, perhaps you'd like to see the music room. I've just ordered a new piano.
You ordered a piano?
Mahogany, I'm told. Wives love mahogany.
Oh, I adore the pianoforte. I play ever so prettily. Everyone says so.
Of course she does. Of course she plays prettily. She probably drapes herself across it just as I predicted.
Here we are. The music room.
But where's the piano?
It's being delivered tomorrow. I wanted Lady Ashburn's opinion on the optimal placement. She has such excellent spatial awareness.
Spatial awareness. How unusual for a lady.
Yes, I'm full of unusual qualities.
Indeed. Lady Ashburn can calculate load distributions in her head.
I don't even know what that means.
She also drinks wine in cellars.
He did not just... How bohemian.
And she has very strong opinions about appropriate wives for titled gentlemen.
I merely make practical suggestions.
Yes. Practical. Lady Aurelia, what are your thoughts on practicality?
Oh, I leave all that to the servants. A lady shouldn't trouble herself with practical matters.
And here we are, back at the parlour. I trust you have enjoyed your tour of Raventhorn Hall, Lady Aurelia.
This has been simply delightful. Lord Thorncroft, I do hope you'll call on me soon. Perhaps we could attend the Pembertons' ball together.
Perhaps. I haven't yet made the decision to attend.
And Lady Ashburn, so lovely to meet you. Though I must say, for a Viscountess, you do seem rather involved in the manual aspects of things.
Yes, I'm afraid I have a terrible habit of understanding things rather than simply admiring them.
How exhausting for you.
Well, what's your professional assessment?
She has excellent bone structure.
And wants to paint my ancestral home pink.
With cherubs.
And lower the barrel-vaulted ceilings.
Why did you invite her here?
You recommended her. I thought I should explore your practical suggestions.
I'm going to throw something. Something heavy at his beautiful, infuriating head. She seems perfect for you. Can't tell a load-bearing wall from a decorative panel. Giggles at appropriate intervals. Would definitely drape herself fetchingly across your mahogany piano.
You're right. She would drape herself perfectly. She'd never argue about structural integrity. Never count cracks in plaster. Never drink wine in my cellar and look at me like...
I should return to the accounts.
Margot.
Lady Aurelia is probably expecting your call. You shouldn't disappoint her.
I already have! Later that afternoon, in the pavilion he had commissioned for her, Lady Ashbourne was definitely not pacing.
Pink. Pink. With cherubs. Lower the ceilings. Oh, Percy, darling. She called him Percy. She giggled about spatial awareness. She'd destroy everything the house needs. She's completely wrong for him. Completely, utterly wrong. And he knew it. He invited her here to prove a point, to show me exactly what I was suggesting. A decorative wife who'd ruin everything with pink paint and ignorance. But what's the alternative? Me, a 37-year-old widow with ink-stained fingers and opinions about barrel vaulting. A woman who ran at the first sign of genuine feeling. I'm completely fine with this. Completely fine.
Lady Ashburn, Lord Thorncroft asked me to inform you that he's sent Lady Aurelia a note declining all future invitations. He also said to tell you that the mahogany piano will be returned unopened. He says he prefers How did he put it? Women who understand load-bearing walls to those who'd paint them pink.
He sent her away. He's returning the piano. He prefers... Oh no. Oh no, this is worse. This is so much worse. Because now I have no buffer, no parade of eligible ladies between us. Just me, him, and a house full of rooms that need measuring. I'm not fine with this. Not fine at all.
And so Lady Aurelia Montgomery departed Ashbourne Hall, her excellent bone structure intact, but her matrimonial prospects thoroughly demolished. One might feel sorry for her, if one weren't too busy feeling sorry for Margot, who had just discovered that having one's suggestions thrown back in one's face was almost as uncomfortable as admitting why one made them in the first place. Of course, what our dear Margot couldn't know, was that Lady Aurelia's performance had been perhaps a touch too perfect. Too precisely calculated to horrify a woman who cared about barrel vaulting and historical accuracy. One might almost suspect that Percy had received some coaching on exactly which buttons to push. After all, how would he know to invite a lady who'd suggest pink cherubs specifically? How convenient that Lady Aurelia mentioned lowering ceilings and despising practical matters, the exact things guaranteed to send our Margot into fits of apoplexy. Perhaps a certain friend, someone who knew Margot's peculiar passions, her pet peeves, her absolute horror of historical vandalism, might have provided a bit of guidance. Suggested just the right candidate to prove a point. After all, what are friends for if not to help one torment the woman one is desperately trying not to fall in love with? The steward's quarters would be particularly cold tonight, but perhaps that was for the best. Cold was clarifying. Cold was practical. Cold was absolutely nothing like the heat in Percy's eyes when he'd said he preferred women who understood load-bearing walls, or the calculating gleam that suggested he'd known exactly what he was doing all along. Join us next time for episode 13, in which I attempt something sweet and regret it immediately. Spoiler, she thinks about the cellar, extensively, and Percy? Well, Percy sends a very appreciative bottle of brandy to a certain unnamed friend with a note that simply says, "Pink Cherubs was inspired." She nearly threw the teapot.
Did you enjoy this episode? If Lady Aurelia's pink cherub disaster made you laugh, if you screamed when Percy said, "Wives love mahogany," or if you're just here for Margot's aggressive tea stirring, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. New episodes of the Lady Ashbourne Chronicles drop every Saturday, and trust us, you don't want to miss what happens at the ball. Plus, subscribing is free and makes Margot slightly less likely to throw teacups. We can't make any promises, though. Join our growing community of Regency romance addicts who understand that completely fine means absolutely not fine, and that barrel-vaulted ceilings from 1743 are sacred. Subscribe now, and let's suffer through these two idiots falling in love together.